Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube or Tumblr, depending on which platform you're using. If you've been following my posts on how to make a guqin, I wanted to use this as a way to document for others and for myself the steps to making the guqin, because it's a very special experience for me and I want to remember it and also share it with anyone else who might be interested. If you haven't been following my posts on Tumblr, I'll do a quick recap. I'm currently in China at a Guqin workshop with a teacher and two other students learning to make and to play the Guqin, which is a traditional Chinese instrument. Traditionally, the Guqin is painted using lacquer. So I'll show you. So this is a Guqin. It's a very long instrument, 7 strings, and the paint on here, whether it's brown or red or black, traditionally that's made from lacquer, which comes from the lacquer tree. Nowadays there are factories that mass produce guqin, and those tend to be made using chemical paint, which is paint that's sort of like what we use on walls or furniture, that's chemically mixed for the color that we want. But going back in history, people would use the lacquer tree and mix it with different agents to create a paint. And this is because lacquer is a very sturdy form, not only for painting, but it helps keep the wood from cracking and changing shape. So aside from the guqin, there are other traditional Chinese instruments painted using lacquer, as well as there are furniture and also like bowls and plates and utensils that are painted using lacquer because it's a very sturdy agent to protect the item. When it first comes out, it's either white or beige, and then once it hits oxygen, it oxidizes and becomes black within a few hours. Within a few days, it dries and hardens. So traditionally, guqin, the color for guqin is black because that's the color of the lacquer. One of the side effects, unfortunately, for lacquer is most people do get an allergic reaction to lacquer. And if you've ever had poison ivy allergy, it's kind of similar. So the lacquer tree is only in East Asia, China, Japan, Korea, and also in India. So if you're over in Europe or North America or South America, you probably wouldn't come across it, but it's a similar reaction to the poison ivy. It's itchiness, it's rash, blisters if it's more severe, and swelling. Unlike a pollen allergy or food allergy, it doesn't really affect the respiratory system, so there's no difficulty in breathing or anything like that. There's really no cure for lacquer allergy, unfortunately. You can use medications nowadays to help with the symptoms, but because if you're making guqin or you're using lacquer for lacquerware, you're going to be in contact with it a lot. It's not like a poison ivy where you accidentally touch it once and then that's it. The only real way to get over it is to have your body build an immunity, which means just constantly being in contact with it and going through the allergic reaction over and over and over until your body builds what it needs, builds the immunity for it. And even then, you never really get over it. My teacher, who's been doing this for over 10 years now, he still gets an allergic reaction if he gets lacquer on his bare skin or if he uses it for like a lot in a short period of time. My other 2 classmates arrived here last year in the summer, so they've been doing this for over 6 months now. They still get quite a serious allergic reaction if they're working with the lacquer, so a lot of swelling, a lot of itchiness. I started here about a month ago, and for a while I didn't notice any reactions. I have been helping with the lacquer painting and some of the sanding and that sort of stuff. I didn't notice any reactions, but about 3 days ago, I started noticing that the back of my hands had a rash and it was really, really itchy. By the next day, so yesterday, they had swollen. And then I started noticing the side of my face, my ear, my neck here, and also the inside of my knees, as well as the right side of my hip, and also my eyes are all swollen. So this morning I wanted to do a video because this is also a part of the process. It's not a very pretty part, but I just wanted to show you what goes into making one of these instruments. So this morning I woke up and my eyes are swollen. They're not super serious, but I can feel that I can't open them as much as usual. Definitely, even in the video, you can see this side of my face is swollen. It's larger than the other side. My ear is red and quite warm, and the most serious are my hands. So you can see my hands, especially this right hand, is super swollen. And my left one is pretty swollen as well, not as much, but you can definitely see. And the swelling goes all the way down to about here. So over here, it's around this part, the first half of my forearm here. And it's red. You can see there's blisters here. I can see. Some of the blisters have popped, so there's some liquid coming out from them. My fingers are also swollen. I can't really make a fist anymore. So this is about as close as I can get to a fist. I can't close my hand entirely. So this morning, I had a heck of a time trying to brush my teeth and wash my face because I couldn't really grip my toothbrush that well. I couldn't hold my hair comb. I couldn't braid my hair because I have long hair. I tend to braid it. I couldn't do that. So the dexterity of my fingers definitely affected. And right now, more than itchiness, it's really painful because it feels like my skin isn't stretching far enough to hold my flesh in, is how bad the swelling feels. I did look online to see what medications can help. So I ordered a cortisone cream as well as a special lotion that's supposed to help with some of the symptoms. I'm hoping that they do. They also said you can try some prednisone tablets, but prednisone requires a prescription here in China, and I don't have health insurance here. Probably should have thought of that before, but I didn't. When I came on this trip, I didn't think I'd be doing this. So I can pay out of pocket. It's not that expensive here, so if it comes to that, I can certainly do that. But right now, I'm hoping the cortisone cream and the lotion will help enough. My classmates yesterday took a look at my arm and said it's very similar to what they went through last year. So that helps comfort me a bit that this isn't out of the ordinary. This is still within the expected limits of what a lacquer allergy looks like. The male student told me that last year when he had it really bad, his fingers swelled so much that his phone screen wouldn't recognize his touch when he tried scrolling or tapping on it. So mine at least hasn't gotten to that severe. So I will keep you guys updated on how the situation goes, both for my allergy and for future steps in making the Guqin. And if you're interested in that, please follow my YouTube channel or my Tumblr. I also post things about Hanfu on Tumblr, so if you're interested and you have a Tumblr account, feel free to give me a follow over there as well. If you have any questions about the process of making the Guqin, feel free to leave me a comment or send me a message. If I don't know, I will ask the teacher, I will ask the other students for you. I know that a lot of people are interested in the Guqin. It seems like a very mysterious instrument, and we don't know a lot about it in North America, at least. We don't, we have a couple of shops maybe in the larger cities and some teachers, but certainly I don't think there's any workshops making the Guqin. So it's also one of the draws that made me want to come and experience this here as well. So I'm happy to share all that information with you. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for following me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.